It's 6 minutes after 8 o'clock, and a good morning. My name is Jim Thorn, and today is Friday. And you know what that means? That means it's time for That's What's Happening's Blues and Arts Hour. It's a program where we feature some of Mississippi's finest singers, songwriters, musicians, and artists. And the program is made possible each week by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. Also, thanks to one-of-a-kind, locally owned Fusion Coffee House right there in the township on Highland Colony Parkway in Ridgeland. Well, another good show for us today. Howie Campbell has been writing songs and performing since the late 70s. He and his wife Debbie have been bringing their soulful Americana folk rock sound to audiences all over this country. And even though Howie and Debbie live in Columbus, Ohio, he's done some recording right here in Mississippi. It's a pleasure to welcome to the Blues in Arts Hour, Howie Campbell. Good morning, Howie.
Good morning, Jim Thorn. How are you?
I'm great, man. How's the weather in Columbus, Ohio?
Today, it's beautiful, but don't hold your breath because it could change.
Yeah. Well, listen, you were in Mississippi recently doing some recording. Tell us about your visit here.
It was wonderful. I felt like I was back home. It felt so good. Tom Easley is my producer at AVA Entertainment in Raymond, former Malaco records engineer. Mm-hmm. And he assembled a team that was just superlative.
And y'all recorded, where was that, in Raymond, did you say?
Yeah, he's got a studio, a world-class studio in Raymond, Mississippi. Uh-huh. His control room was designed by Claude Hill, who actually designed Muscle Shoals.
Yeah.
He designed the Malaco studio.
Wow.
Numerous other studios.
Well, you've got a new project coming out or about to be released. You want to talk about that?
Absolutely. Northern Roots, Southern Soul. My idea is that there's a lot of things that divide us today, and but there's so much that unites us, including music. And so this music, northern guy coming to the South, all the musicians except for my wife are from Mississippi area. There's a mix of races, a mix of genres. Mm-hmm. It's just a unifying album, but it grooves. It is so good.
And it's fun. It's a lot of fun to listen to. And we're about to play a song that's from that album, aren't we, Howie?
Absolutely, Jim. You picked a good one, too.
All right.
It's one that's actually the first release from the album, available on iTunes, HowieCampbell.com, all over the place.
All right, yeah, HowieCampbell.com, the website. Let's enjoy this one. This is called Backcountry Fun. Howie Campbell on the Blues and Arts Hour.
Blue chicken that hasn't been mowed, traveling again down a country back road. There'd be blue skies if the clouds weren't in my way. Big box turtle, man, he's moving so slow. Little bird chasing a big black crow. It's so peaceful in the country, I feel like taking my time. On a summer day, I'm really fond of dipping my toes in a cool, cool pond. Summer night is right for a campfire, son. You can bring your guitar and have some backcountry fun. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Gotta love that summer fun. Son, you can bring your guitar and have some backcountry fun. Oh, yeah. City crowds and traffic, that ain't for me.
That ain't for me.
Much rather go on a relaxing spree. Out in the country, my imagination running wild. On a summer day, I'm really fond of dipping my toes in a cool, cool pond. Summer night is right for a campfire song. You can bring your guitar and have some backcountry fun. Oh, yeah.
Feels so good.
Just hanging out by the pond.
Backcountry fun.
Oh, yeah, backcountry fun, y'all.
Backcountry fun.
Some backcountry fun.
Oh, I tell you what, I don't think I can think of a better way to start off a Friday morning than a song like that. Well done, Howie. Great job.
Thank you. That's a fun summer song. Perfect timing.
Now, when is the album coming out officially? Do you know?
Well, I originally the middle of July, but we ran into some issues, so I pushed it back to September 13, which is my wife's anniversary, and a number of the songs are love songs to my wife.
Well, how can people access your music, the album when it comes out, and the rest, all about Howie Campbell?
Well, it'll be all over the Internet. Wherever you download music, it's available. You can go to YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel. You can actually hear some of it on HowieCampbell.com. Mm-hmm. But actually, one of my favorites is Pandora. You could have a Howie Campbell Pandora station or Spotify.
All right, very cool.
Or the Jim Thorn show every now and again.
I don't think I've attained to that level yet, Howie. All right, listen. Hey, we're going to take a break for some ads here and come back and enjoy some more music and conversation with our very special guest today, Howie Campbell. Again, the website is howiecampbell.com. The Blues and Arts Hour is made possible every week by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. And thanks to one-of-a-kind, locally owned Fusion Coffee House, Highland Colony Parkway in the township in Ridgeland. 14 minutes after 8. We're 18 minutes after 8. Welcome back. Jim Thorn here on the Blues and Arts Hour. Today's featured artist, Howie Campbell. You can find out about Howie and his music at howiecampbell.com. And Howie, we were talking about the album that is in the works, about to come out in September, I think you said. But there's some incredible musicians. You mentioned that in the last segment, but you want to give a shout out to some of these incredible artists?
I would love to. I'm hoping that some of them are tuning in because I'm messaging them on Facebook. But the Kimball Funches put horns on 4 songs. He's an incredible arranger and horn player. He just did a Louis Armstrong tribute up in the Yazoo. Jewel Bass, Thomasine Anderson, and Monica Shepard doing background vocals on this next song you have pulled up. Mm-hmm. And I was telling you earlier that when we did the song, I wanted them to sing with me on the verse. And so they started doing it. I said, Tom, pull my voice off. Let them have this verse. It sounds so good. And so, and then there's a bunch of local musicians, some with Malaco roots, Vince Barranco on drums, Sam Brady on keyboards, and Gary O'Neill on bass. Wow. And, oh, by the way, on Backcountry Fun, that was Malcolm Shepard on the congas.
Very good. Very good. An all-star lineup there, Howie.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, your music really, in my opinion, transcends a lot of different styles, appeals to a lot of different folks. How would you describe your music?
Eclectic.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to describe. Whenever anybody asks me, so what style is your music? I say, well, it depends which day or which time of day. So, one of the things that pricked Tom's ears up was when I said I play Native American flute on blues.
Yeah. Wow.
So there's a little jazz influence. There's some folk Americana. Of course, I grew up in the 60s and 70s, so there's, that folk aspect, Southern rock, just a lot of different, I have a lot of interest. But in all of it, for me, music has to groove. It's got to move you, so that's what I like the best.
Well, speaking about grooving, I think this song will do the job. It's called Shuffle Down Mama, and you gave a little background on this. Anything else you'd like to add, Howie?
Yeah, so I moved from Charlottesville, Virginia to Columbus, Ohio about 3 years ago. And Charlottesville had a fantastic music scene. I was kind of concerned, coming to Ohio because I didn't know much about Ohio. But I found an incredible music scene here, including a blues scene in Columbus. So I was going to all these blues jams. And I thought to myself, man, I should write a blues song. Mm-hmm. And so that's where this song came from.
All right, well, let's enjoy it. It's called Shuffle Down Mama. It's Howie Campbell on the Blues and Arts Hour.
Shuffle down, mama, put on your dancing shoes. Shuffle down, mama, put on your dancing shoes. Shuffle away your blues.
Shuffle down, mama. Put on those dancing shoes. Come on, girl. Shuffle down, mama. Put on those dancing shoes. Get out on that dance floor, honey, and shuffle away your blues. Go to work all day, get home late at night. Try to shake it off, but you're feeling all uptight. Complaining's not the answer. You got to let it go. Get into that car and come on downtown to the Howie Campbell Blues Show. Come on, baby. Get out on that dance floor, honey, and shuffle away your blues. Go to work all day, get home late at night. Try to shake it off, but you're feeling all uptight. Complaining's not the answer. You got to let it go. Get into that car and get downtown to the Howie Campbell Blues Show. Come on, get out on that dance floor, honey, and shuffle away your blues.
Howie Campbell and Shuffle Down Mama. That's a terrific sound, Howie. And that's on your upcoming album, is that right?
Absolutely.
All right. I tell you what, I would love to have been in the room when that final piece came out. I mean, the produced version. I mean, that had to have been a pretty awesome experience.
My goodness. I'll tell you, Tom Easley has the ears and the personality. When I first connected with Tom, it was online. And just, texting back and forth, I had a feeling we'd hit it off. And then, so we connected by phone. and immediately there was a connection. And come to find out, we were both in the Army on Fort Campbell, Kentucky at the same time, and probably knew some of the same people. I mean, it's just really amazing how things like that work out. But yeah, Tom did a fantastic job putting the right musicians in play, and the whole process has been phenomenal.
And Howie, you touched on something that I want you to kind of expound on, and that's the fact that you had all these incredible musicians, these the folks who were like-minded, and it was a chemistry, but it all fit together, and you were all on that same page. When the personalities mesh, the synergy is there. I mean, I felt immediately a kinship with every single person that came into that room. It's really incredible. It's as if, why did I wait? Why did I wait this long to find these people? We've been friends forever, But I believe that. I believe that God is orchestrating this whole project. I firmly believe that this whole project is orchestrated by my Heavenly Father. And the thing came together in June 21. And my birthday is in June, and I just felt like this was a birthday gift from my Father in heaven. Well, it's called Northern Roots, Southern Soul, and it's going to be released, did you say, in September?
September 13th on my anniversary.
All right. Now, you are living in Columbus, Ohio right now. Where are you originally from, Howie? A little background on yourself.
Yeah, so Northern Roots. My roots are upstate New York, and let me make sure that the distinction is loud and clear. Upstate New York. I grew up in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah, okay.
And that was an area rich in music. Woodstock is not too far. The town of Woodstock and the concert was not too far away. Just a lot of great musicians. I played the Catskills early on. A lot of musicians from New York and comedians would come up into the Catskills, and it was just a great place to be inundated in the music scene.
Yeah, and up in New York State, you don't really think of blues, but I guess you had some influence there as well, huh?
Oh my goodness, there's anything from blues to bluegrass.
Yeah.
New York is a huge music, area. Absolutely.
All right. Again, how can people access your music when it comes out, and maybe some other bits of information on Howie Campbell?
Amazon, iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, but HowieCampbell.com. Friend me on Facebook, Howie Campbell on Facebook. I'm the guy with the hat, and I don't know if I have that Highway 61 sign in the background on my picture there, but all over the internet. If you Google Howie Campbell, you'll find me.
All right. Well, some good music. So I invite you to check it out. You ever get this way, Howie? I know you were here recently. Do you ever get back down this way, or anything in the future for you here?
Well, thanks for asking, brother. I'm hoping to do an album release concert series with the players on the album. It's a great team. They'd all love to do it. So I'm actually on the lookout for somebody who can actually promote that show in October.
Okay.
My goal is, I lived in Memphis, Tennessee for 10 years. And so Northern Roots, I was born in upstate New York, lived there until I hitchhiked out to California in 73, but then joined the Army and spent my time in Tennessee and Kentucky. And then I moved to Memphis in 93. So I've been in the South since 93, basically.
All right. Well, we'll look out. We'll watch out for. Yeah, go ahead.
I'd love to do a concert in the Jackson area with the original players, the original team.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, we're going to continue our program with our featured artist this morning, Howie Campbell. The Blues and Arts Hour is made possible every week by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. Also thanks to one-of-a-kind, locally owned Fusion Coffee House. Trip Douglas doing a great job there in the Township Highland Colony Parkway in Ridgeland. CBS News Update is next. We've got more on the way. Y'all don't go away. Stay with us. It's 24 minutes until 9. Welcome back. I'm Jim Thorn. You're listening to the Blues and Arts Hour on 103.9 WYAB. I want to thank the sponsor of the show, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi, your partner on the road to wellness. Thanks also to one-of-a-kind, locally owned Fusion Coffee House, Highland Colony Parkway in Ridgeland. Our featured artist today, Howie Campbell. And what a great sound he has. The album about to be released in September is called Northern Roots, Southern Soul. You can find out more about Howie at his website, howiecampbell.com. Howie, you perform. I understand. I was looking at your website, and your wife does percussion for you. Is that right?
Yes, she does. She's been doing percussion with me for since 2003.
Yeah, I guess that works pretty good then, huh?
Well, a lot of musical acts break up because of personality problems, but we can't really do that because we're married.
Okay. Let me go back to the album, Northern Roots, Southern Soul, and I know this costs a lot of money, and you've got an opportunity for folks if they want to get involved in helping that come to pass. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that. Yes, it is an extremely costly project. I'm an indie artist, and so and I've gone out on a limb for this one because it's just so good and there's so many excellent people on it. So if anybody'd like to help out, I would certainly appreciate that. I will definitely make sure that you are compensated for your efforts. So we've got a couple of different perks up. But if they go to the crowdfunding page on howiecampbell.com, or they can contact me personally. If anybody is a patron of the arts and they just have a large sum of money they just want to bless somebody with, I'm your guy.
Okay. All right.
Because it's also going to help a lot of other musicians. Musicians were hit pretty hard. Some of us were hit pretty hard by this whole COVID thing and now fuel prices. I actually had to cancel my tour west of the Mississippi this year, Jim.
Wow. Because of the fuel, because of cost of fuel, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
My rig gets 10 miles per gallon, and it cost me $1,000 to get to Mississippi and back just to finish up the album.
Oh, goodness.
Just in fuel.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I had to eat, too.
Yeah. Find a place to stay and all that good stuff.
It's been tough, Jim.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, crowdfunding on howiecampbell.com. Contact me. I would love to hear from you, and I think it's a worthwhile project.
Yeah,
Northern Roots, Southern Soul, blending the, trying to bring this unity to this disunited world we live in today.
I have a song queued up, Howie. It's called More Snow in the Forecast. Give a little background on this one.
Well, so again, going to those blues jams in Columbus, I actually debuted this at a blues jam at a club, the Daniel Crease Center. And I started writing this for somebody, and then I said, well, I can't leave it in this position. It is a blues song, but I wanted it to have a happy ending. So I ended up finishing up the last verses for my wife. So another one for Debbie.
All right. Well, let's enjoy it. This is called More Snow in the Forecast. This is Howie Campbell.
Mighty cold. Seems an icy wind is blowing right across your soul. You thought you left that pain in your past, but there's more snow in the forecast.
More snow in the forecast.
Hey baby, bundled up tight. You say someone did you wrong. That ain't right.
That ain't wrong.
You thought it was over. Don't think so fast. More snow in the forecast.
More snow in the forecast.
about. That blizzard that's a-coming, 'cause I can shovel you out. I'll stoke that fire, get it hot real fast. There's more snow in the forecast. More snow in the forecast. More snow in the forecast.
More snow in the forecast.
So let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. Oh, let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow.
Let it snow. Let it snow.
All right, that's Howie Campbell. More snow in the forecast. Now, Howie, is that on your newest album too?
No, that was the single that was the single I released just prior to this album. So
Okay.
that was the previous one. And let me say something about that gal that's singing with me.
Yeah.
Her name is Vicki Hampton, and she does a lot of work for a lot of people in Nashville. She sing on a lot of Delbert McClinton material, but
Wow.
those were some friends of mine in Nashville that I did that with.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take a break and come back for our final segment and try to get in a couple more tracks from our very special guest this morning, Howie Campbell, on the Blues and Arts Hour. My name is Jim Thorn. The show is made possible every week by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. Also thanks to one-of-a-kind, locally owned Fusion Coffee House, Highland Colony Parkway in Ridgeland. Our time now is 16 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Welcome back. It's 12 minutes away from 9 o'clock. Jim Thorne here on the Blues and Arts Hour, 103.9 WYAB. Howie Campbell, our very special guest today. And Howie, I was reading your bio, and your musical career has really really spanned several different genres of music: big band, rock, top 40, folk. I just wondered, do you have a favorite that you like to play, or is it kind of all meshed together in what's producing what you're putting out there right now?
Favorite genre?
Yeah.
I like a lot of different music. I love jazz. That's like one of my goals is to continue to dabble in jazz. I'm not a heavy jazz cat by any stretch, but I love it, and so that filters into a lot of my other music.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really interested in Native American flute. I often go out into the woods and take my flute with me and do a little Instagram story, of me playing flute in the woods. It's very peaceful and serene. I love the acoustic setting, but I also love electric. So, hard guy to pin down.
Well, how did it all get started? When did it occur to you? Say, I want to make this. I want to make music a career. When did all that happen?
I was in the Army at Fort Campbell, and one of the guys, his dad had a pawn shop in Decatur, Alabama. He came back one weekend with a Les Paul and a big, huge amplifier, and he stuck it in one of the rooms, and he played that guitar all the time. And I watched his daily progress. And I thought, man, if he can do it, I can do it. I had always been into music from a young age. It kind of just oozes out of me, And so I decided, well, that's what I want to do for a living. So when I got out of the Army, I took my unemployment checks and bought a guitar, and I bought a James Taylor and a Joni Mitchell album, learned a bunch of songs, and I was out playing in clubs in a year.
Wow.
And so then I went to college on my GI Bill money and ended up playing in a big band under the direction of Roger Thorpe, who's leading the Sammy Kaye Orchestra now. He played in the Glenn Miller Orchestra before he became a professor at the college. And that just really did it for me. I joined the union for a short time, but mostly I've been, flying by the seat of my pants. Kind of dangerous out there, like a loose cannon. And so, yeah, that's how it all came about. And so in 93, my kids were, 2003, my kids were gone. out of the house and married. And the Lord kind of put us on the road in music again.
Mm-hmm.
I got out of it for about 20 years
to
raise my family.
Okay.
And then the Lord put us back out on the road. And since then, we've traveled all over the United States. Mm-hmm. We've been to every state capital with my music.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's
all 50
remarkable.
state capitals in 2016. That was an awesome ride.
Yeah. Hey, listen, let's do a song. Let's play a song, Never Let It Fade Away. A little background on this, Howie.
Never Let It Fade Away. I wrote this one again for my wife, but I think that marriage is one of those things that, God initiated. He's the one that put the man and the woman together in the first place. So it's kind of his design. So I kind of wrote this as an encouragement for married couples to work it out because it is worth it. A little more background. After 5 years of marriage, my wife and I were getting ready to separate. I was headed to New York City to make it in music, walk out on my wife and 2 kids, when God put a Bible in my hand. Mm. And after a 5-month battle, I finally discovered why Jesus went to the cross. And I discovered that I was responsible. And so I gave my life to Jesus. And so God put our marriage back together. We've been married 42 years, man.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
And so this song is encouragement to married couples to stick it out because it is worth it.
All right. Great. That'll preach. Howie, great job. Never Let It Fade Away. Howie Campbell.
Walking with my baby just the other day. Kid came up and spoke. This is what I heard him say. You guys look awesome. Walking hand in hand with that sunshine on your shoulder. One woman and one man. You got to keep it all together. Don't ever let it fade away. Sitting with my baby in a coffee shop one day, next to a group of ladies. This is what I heard them say. They look awesome. Sitting arm in hand, they got the sunshine on their shoulder. One woman and one man. They got to keep it all together and never let it fade away. She's just right for me. Hey, it ain't always easy, but man, it's worth it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. Hanging with my baby at the movie house one day. Another couple whispered, but I heard them anyway. They said they looked awesome. Snuggling.
That is a great song, Howie. Never Let It Fade Away. Howie Campbell on the Blues and Arts Hour. Howie, we're about out of time, brother, but give us the details again on the album about to be released, Northern Roots and Southern Soul.
Northern Roots, Southern Soul, available on all platforms, iTunes, Amazon. Produced by Tom Easley at AVA Entertainment. Engineered by Gary O'Neill. And the horn section is arranged by Kimball Funches. That was his horns on that song right there.
Well,
Howie Campbell, love to have you stop by. If you want to help us to make this album a reality and get it up on the charts, please contact me. And Jim Thorn, I love doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much for the interview, brother.
Well, thank you. It's been a pleasure, Howie, and we want to see you down this way. You say you're coming down here or possibly coming down here in October. Is that right?
Our plan is to be there in October. I'm hoping to find the right promoter that can put together shows in Memphis, Jackson, Mobile, wherever. I'd like to do a 2 or 3 week run with the team that played on the album.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, Howie Campbell, it's been a pleasure having you on the show today. Thank you so much, and we'll look forward to hopefully seeing you in person soon, okay?
Yeah, Jim, I'd love it. Thank you so much again. And thank you to all my friends in Mississippi. Love you guys. All
right. Howie Campbell on the Blues and Arts Hour. And that's about going to do it. Going to roll out with Backcountry Fun from his new album about to be released. And I want to thank you for listening. Jim Thorn here on the Blues and Arts Hour, made possible every week by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. And thanks to the Fusion Coffee House, Highland Colony Parkway in Ridgeland. Until next week, God bless.
Powder blue chicken that hasn't been mowed. Traveling again down a country back road. There'd be blue skies if the clouds weren't in my way. Big box turtle, man, you're moving so slow. Little bird chasing a big black crow. It's so peaceful in the country, I feel like taking my time. On a summer day, I'm really fond of dipping my toes in a cool, cool pond. Summer night is right for a campfire, son. You can bring your guitar and have some backcountry fun. Oh, yeah. Gotta love that summer fun. For a campfire, son, you can bring your guitar and have some backcountry fun. Oh, yeah. City crowds and traffic, that ain't for me. Much rather go on a relaxing spree. Out in the country, my imagination running wild.